So my mother-in-law didn't answer the phone. So I'm going to put this show about Mother Angelica. This is when she was younger. So that way there's a lot of wisdom flowing through the home. And I think that Miffy's going to go to bed. He's thinking about it. It's time. It is 10 o'clock. May Jesus, Mary, and Joseph protect you all day long while you're sleeping, babes. Okay, I guess you're going to sleep, Miffy. Sweet dreams, baby buns. Sweet dreams. I love you. May Jesus, Mary, and Joseph protect you all day long, honey bunny. See you in the morning, or at night. I like what Mother Angelica just said. She says, just because you're scared to death does not mean that you are not trusting God, right? You're trying to have faith and you're trying to believe that He's going to take care of you, you know. And that no matter how afraid you are, it does not mean that you don't trust Him. That's part of trusting, right? Is being scared to death, and yet you're trusting, but yet you're afraid.
Don't flatter yourself.
You see? Because the devil will lie to you. He'll say, oh, you're feeling this way and that way, and then you'll get more scared. So it's okay. If you're afraid, it means you're doing the right thing. All right, here we go.
To trust in.
I'm vacuuming and I'm delighting in it so much. I mean, yes, I don't have to go out in the world and work, but I do work in my home. And maybe this is why I'm having this outlook, is that, my belief is that if you have a vocation of marriage and you are married, this is not the correct date, by the way. If you are married and my belief is that the husband goes to work because he's the provider, and the wife, I'm about to take off the feminist movement, the wife should stay home. Because God called us to create a family, not so I can go and give my child to someone else at a very young age. It's getting younger and younger. What's going on over here? They're doing it like at 2 years old that I know of. Let's go put them in a daycare. Even if the mother's home. Hello? Why? Why? Maybe because you think that, we have to let them socialize. I mean, come on already. Come on. They're socializing in your family. What is happening? Stop it. Okay? Even if you just have the one child, they're socializing with you. What? You think that they're going to be barbaric? That they're not going to know how to behave when there's another child? Let it naturally occur. Let it naturally happen. It's going to happen. It's going to be all right. So anyway, as I was saying, that I'm vacuuming, and I think the mother should stay home and take care of the family. She's the heart of the home. And you don't need the best of everything. I mean, everything in this house is falling apart. It is. We don't have the best of everything. I have floors that are broken, ceilings that are leaking, cars, the rats go in there, and, and it's like, okay, so I don't have all these beautiful things and top-notch everything, but I do have a top-notch family. That's the main thing. Would I like to have both? Of course, but it's not that way. So, when things break here, do they get fixed? Not all the time, no. Most likely not. Only the real essentials. I mean, look, we've gone out with heat now for going on 2 weeks. It's okay. We're living. We're alive. We're together. My children are not off running. I'm not putting anybody down. I am just saying that I believe that mothers should be home. Take care of that family. Let your husband go. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe the wife goes out. I don't know. I don't know why. I understand that? Not really. But the husband goes out. He takes care of everything, just like in the 1950s, That's how they did things. And the wife is home, and she's taking care of the family. What's wrong with that? Nothing. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. All right. Anyway, I am vacuuming and I am loving it. And I'm saying, if I like the kids to clean up after themselves. Don't get me wrong. Like Sarah will take care of the majority of this. But to have them do all of the work takes my job away from me. It's good that I delegate and I'm the one that's directing the ship here. But the thing is, if you take away me cleaning, right, then you take away me preparing and serving. And that's how I love my children. I stop, and while I'm vacuuming, I'm meditating and I'm thinking about my children and how when they come back to this spot, it's going to be beautiful because they know that they're loved. They may not realize it right now. Maybe they do, but it's okay. One day they will. Don't get me going. Don't get me going. Morning prayers are said with my son and I before he was able to do the things that he liked. And then he did his little schedule of things that I require from him. And then boom, off and doing whatever you like. All right, the vacuuming's done downstairs. I think I'm going to wash the tub upstairs and vacuum the floors. When I talk like this about who should be doing what, in my opinion, because we all have them, I'm vacuuming and I'm thinking about the people who are single parents, okay? I know all about them. My mother was one for many years, and I understand. I'm not talking about that, obviously, right? I'm saying that if you are married, you have this vocation of marriage, maybe it didn't work out, all right? Now you got to send your kids somewhere. Okay, so the schools are a big babysitter. That's really what it is. So good for you there. And you have to go to work. That's the bottom line. If something happened to Mr. Fry, I would have to go. Would I still send my kids to school? Never. No way, Jose. No. Okay. But, if they were tiny little things, would I have to? Most likely. I would try really hard to maybe have somebody help me out, a family member. I try everything I could to not. And then I'd go to the big babysitter. If I had to. And they would survive, they would do all right. So I'm not coming down on a single soul at all. All I'm doing here is my heart is to try to encourage anybody who is married or, like I said, who isn't, and you can find somebody who can take care of your kids, stay home. If they can read, they can teach themselves, all right? It's not difficult. It is not difficult because a lot of people, they're in situations where their children are so miserable about going to school, so miserable. And the parents, thought as well, that's too bad. You're going to have to just deal with that because I don't want to go to work every day. And that's a lot to put on a little person. Sorry. I mean, you see how difficult it is for you to want to go out there. Oh, well, it's too bad. They're going to have to learn it someday. Well, have them learn it when it's time. There's times for things. What did they do in the world before in the 1850s? There was none of these public schools. What do you think they were doing? They were being educated. Don't get me going. There's the ghostly woman. What do you want? She's back. Now I'm looking at, see, she goes away when I look at her. She's a coward. All right, so let me go upstairs and take care of business there. So be encouraged, be blessed, okay? Don't think that just because society says this is the way that something goes, that that's the way it goes, because it is false. Usually it's wrong, wrongo, as the Grinch would say. So be encouraged that there's more ways to skin a cat. No, that's terrible. No. Okay, so here we are in the bathroom. Upstairs is all vacuumed. These are the best things to scrub your bathtub. Do a little test to make sure it doesn't scratch your tub. I know this is great. That and a pair of gloves and some Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But I also do like to use this first or maybe even after. This is at Whole Foods. It's all natural citrusy ingredients. Okay, let's go, Lisa. Let's go. I hate cleaning the toilet. Now see, it's Lent. I'll have to offer it up, right? I don't like cleaning the toilet. But all I keep thinking about is Mother Teresa, right? When she took care of the dying you don't even want to know what she was doing, okay, to take care of these people. Or maybe you should know. Yeah, go and watch her on YouTube and you'll see how she took care of them. So I always think of her when I'm scrubbing my toilets to give me strength. You know, for $1, I took this brush. Can you see it? Where is it? There it is. Yes, it's a long handle so you don't have to break your back, at least right away. And you just put the water all throughout the tub, put the Comets, that's what I use. I don't know, I never investigated. I'm sure it's not anything wonderful. And I scrub with this brush all around. Then I get one of these for places that I can't reach, and I rinse everything all around and, you know, turn the water on in the tub. And then we'll do it again. And this time I'll use that handy dandy. I'm going in. Well, not literally. But it does feel like it, doesn't it? The things we do for love. No, I don't want to go in there. I don't want to clean the other toilet. Stop. Leave me alone. I'm going to have my coffee first. Please, please, please. Stop. Please. I'll do it in a little while. Let me just have my coffee. I know I already had my coffee, but can I have some more, please? Ghostly woman, help me. All right, okay? Just this one last cup, okay? All right, okay? Please, thank you. Okay. Oh, hello. All right, so today is... I'm going to read today's reading for the Lent season. All right? So, we... What am I doing holding the camera? Coin collector, help me out. Hold on. Okay. There's my... All right, there's my tripod. It might be a little off-centered, but we're working on that perfection. All right. All right, so today I would like to read to you a little bit out of the bulletin. All right, so what am I saying to you? I am saying that for the season of Lent, this is the third week in Lent. So, okay. So, this is from St. Mark, chapter 12, verse 28 to 34. In today's reading from St. Mark, chapter 12, Jesus tells a scribe, that's a person who writes, right, that God's first commandments are to love God with all of his being and to love his neighbor as himself, as God loves us. When the scribe replies that Jesus is right in saying this, and Jesus sees that he has answered with understanding, Jesus gives the scribe the amazing news that is not far from the kingdom of God, meaning that the scribe is fundamentally on the path of salvation. Clearly, Jesus' teaching here is about an ongoing process of growth. Don't mind me, my hands are cold because I just been washing everything this morning. All right. His teaching here is about an ongoing process of growth, right? You don't want to be the same today as you were yesterday. We want to be better. So none of us nearly fully loves God with all of his or her heart, with all of their being, I should say. And none of us nearly fully loves our neighbor as him or herself. We are invited to grow in these realities each day of our lives. This means that each day you make a fundamental choice to have as your first goals growing in love of God and neighbor, or anything else. So these are your first goals, right? I know you got to go to work, we have to function and do this, but your first goal, even before that, okay, is to love God and your neighbor. All right, so spend time today. Here we go. Ready, Sarah? We got to think of this. Spend time today reflecting on these questions. To what extent and how often do you consciously have as your first goals growing in love of God and neighbor? All right, to what extent is that? All right, so when these are not your primary focus for the day, what are your first goals? Or do you not have goals for the day? Maybe you don't have goals. Okay, so what extent do you love God and your neighbor? All right, and if you don't have those as your goals, your first goals, what are your first goals? Think about this today. All right, what are your first goals? Should you make changes in setting and sticking to your first goals for each day? Well, yeah. If so, if they're to love God and neighbor, how could you accomplish these changes? What do you have to do? Is there something in your way? Maybe you're selfish. Maybe you're angry. Maybe you're impatient. Maybe you're just not filled with the love that is required to do this. All right. And will you choose to do so? Okay. So it's really important to put yourself before God. Now today, it wasn't the first thing that I did. And I should have. Some days are just like that. And then I say, I'm not going to check my notifications on my YouTube until I go talk to God. And I look, and then there's the number of how many people are talking to me. And I'm like, I want to go talk to them. And I say, no, I'm not going to do that. Okay? I have to go talk to God first, right? I did all my chores, but I usually talk to him first. But when I don't, I especially don't talk. I don't go check my notifications until I've definitely done that. All right, so now I want to ask you another question, okay? Here we go.
Is it cold?
It's cold in here. All right, this is the second question. What is your greatest fear? The greatest fear, besides going to hell, which is one of my greatest fears. Let's see.
I know my greatest fear.
What?
Spiders.
Spiders is Sarah's greatest fear. Well, you know what? They're so cute. I mean, sometimes they're not, but even when they're not, they are. Does that make sense?
Nope.
Okay, so.
I'm just like, nope.
So how could you get over that? Can you overcome it?
Nope. They're so scary, especially when the ones in the playroom. Mama!
All right, so one of my greatest fears is, honestly, besides going to hell, is actually meeting God. All right? It's like the hugest fear of mine, but it's exciting at the same time. Does that make sense? I'm like so excited, but it's like, am I going to be okay doing this? Am I going to be like worthy? That's, I guess, what I don't
What's
want.
your greatest fear, like, on the earth?
That's it. I live like that. I live afraid.
Not, who wasn't a thing. What would
All right, besides God?
Yes.
How can they say that? I guess Mr. Fry not taking care of us and my family. I guess me having to take care of all of this by myself.
My greatest fear is, me.
Alright, turn that off really quick.
So your biggest fear is Seth. That's nice. Do you have a biggest fear?
Kukas.
Kukas is his biggest fear. Greatest fear. So think about that, comment, and let me know what your greatest fear is. Okay, there's the beauty of it all. I'm going to the skate park, so I made a nice salad for myself. All different color peppers, blueberries, pecans, cucumbers to fight cancer, romaine, spring mix, all the goods. So I got my tripod over here now. See, you don't always have to go in my cabinet. How fun is that? All right, so packing up things, getting ready to go. Why? Because we got to stay healthy even when we're out. So we have to prepare, right? Some hummus for my daughter. She likes carrots too. And let's see, a peach and a nectarine, some blueberries.
I came down here for one thing. I didn't even grab it.
Oh, and you know what else? The dill pickle, the deli pickles. Wow. All right. I guess I'm gonna clean that miserable toilet downstairs later. tonight. Okay. All right. Everything's clean, well, except for that table. The bathroom's clean, the living room's clean. I just have to get that downstairs bathroom clean. And I don't want to do it right now. All right. Everything looks good, right? Does it? Look at that. I can move all around. And then when I come back, it's still there. Isn't that fun? Well, I hope you all, this is vinegar and water, have a blessed day. I hope that whatever concerns you, you realize that God is very concerned about it too. Okay? And that you're gonna stay focused. Look, I can move you this way. Ooh. Ooh. So in order to fix that, which is a piece of cake, we have to fix the problem first, and that's more. All right. So God is concerned with you in your life. Okay. There we are. All right. He hasn't forgotten you. He has not forsaken you either. God. All right. He does not forsake us. All right. But you do have to do His will. And if you're not at that place that you want to do His will, ask God. Do it anyway. Ask God to help you to want to do it. Right? We have to figure out how to get back to... Oh, I can carry you over here too. Hey, look at that. I can bring you everywhere. Yeah, you can't think, well, you know, I can say this or say that or do this or do that, and then God's going to be pleased with me. I'm a good person. Not if you're going around talking terrible. No, it doesn't work like that. Or if you're doing a terrible thing, it doesn't work like that. So, but if you're not at that place, just ask God. Even if you don't want to, just ask God to please help me want to.
This container, like all of the pencils inside, has all the timetables all the way up to 9.
Yeah. That's cool.
So where's this piece of it?
Alright, so yeah, if you don't have the desire to love God, a lot of people are afraid to love God in a holy way because they think it's like, you know, oh, it won't be fun. Let me tell you, it's the most fun ever because you're free. You're free from your passions, you know? The Bible talks about how the passions, I think it was in there, either that or a holy book I read, either way, your passions will destroy you. Yes. Right? You ever want this particular thing, no matter what it is, and it's sinful, and it never ends. There's not going to be a day that comes by and says, oh, I've had my full now. No. It'll destroy you. So, even if you don't want to, my little concoction of killing germs in your throat. I do it every day, and I haven't gotten a sore throat yet. And we're not going to knock on wood because I'm not superstitious. Okay? Blueberries. All right, I think we're good. All right? I think we're good. Oh, I should take some peanut butter for the girl. Nope, she doesn't eat that. She eats almond butter. There it is. This is almond butter. If you don't want peanut butter, almond butter. Okay. Let me get a knife. All right. I think I should take my books. A book bag. Yeah, I put all my books in there. All right, well, may God bless you this day. Maybe I'll get some clips at the skate park. I can barely get off the couch. And wait till you see what they're going to be doing.